Hello and welcome to this episode number 4 of VolleyTalks. My name is Sourav Ghosh and I'm going to be your host for today, as always, at 5 p.m. today. We are going to have an amazing time because we have two very special volleyball stalwarts or volleyball players, one international player and one upcoming player from India, one of the future stars of India. Really excited to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining in on YouTube, on Facebook, on all the other channels. I want to ask you one thing to all the audience watching today is if you have any questions for our upcoming fantastic stalwarts of volleyball, please do post it in the comments and I'll make sure that I ask them this question. What is VolleyTalks all about? VolleyTalks is a talk show of volleyball where we analyze volleyball performances based on data and based on some technical analysis. Today is episode number 4 and it's my privilege to introduce to you today's first guest from India, an upcoming star. His name is SV Guru Prashanth, and I welcome Guru Prashanth ji. He's a 21-year-old who has played for SRM University, played for Tamil Nadu State, currently playing and one of the star performers of the Hyderabad Blackhawks. He has represented India in the under-20 junior national team for Asian Championship, and he's amongst the top 2 under 25 point scorers of the Prime Volleyball League and 5th in overall leaderboard for the tournament. And he's also the highest for Hyderabad. Guru, welcome to VolleyTalk of episode number 4. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Sourav. What about you?
I am doing well too. Thank you. And it's my privilege to also invite on screen someone very special. And he is Mr. Kyle. And he is a 33-year-old US-based pro volleyball player. He's been a pro volleyball player in terms of beach volleyball, indoor volleyball, but initially his passion was lawn tennis, and I'm going to ask him a question on that as well. He has spent 5 years playing indoor volleyball in Europe and for different clubs in Sweden, in Germany, in Switzerland. He brings an enormous wealth of experience of volleyball to the Prime Volleyball League. And his highlight of his career was when he won the Swiss Cup in Switzerland and was the MVP or the most valuable player of the match, even after starting from the bench. He has retired from Indian indoor volleyball before coming to Prime Volleyball League, and he has shifted his focus to beach volleyball, and he remains one of the best known faces from the international community in the Prime Volleyball League. I welcome Kyle to this episode number 4 of VolleyTalk. How are you doing, Kyle?
Oh, Sourav, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to a fun chat here with you guys.
Absolutely. Kyle, I'm going to start with you. The first question. Yeah. How was your overall experience of playing in the Prime Volleyball League in India after years of experience in playing in US, Europe, etc.? If you could please shed some light on your experience.
You know, this month has been an amazing wild ride, I would say. And, you know, it's different than other experiences because you're such a condensed time. So in 1 month, a team of 14 guys, some from India, some from all over India, some from the States, have to connect, have to communicate, have to, work on their love of the sport and figure out ways that they can get their team to win in a short period of time. So that was different than my times, other times in Europe, where you have 8 months with the club, sometimes 2 years with the club, where some familiar places, and you really build relationships over time. And so I think during this month, players and teams that found a lot of success early were teams and players that built good relationships early, on the court and off the court.
Bro, your mic is off.
Thank you, Kyle, for sharing this. And sorry, I didn't realize my mic was off. And Guru, one question to you. I'll just bring in Guru right now. And Guru, you started your journey playing for India under 20. Playing for state in Halo India and various other tournaments. And now you're playing with international players, Olympians, etc. How do you feel? How's been your experience? Would love to know about you as well.
Yeah. Like before I said, this feels so surreal for me. I'm just 21 right now, and I'm playing with Olympians and all the pros all over the world. And this feels so good, and I'm getting a lot of exposure and experience through this.
Thank you, Guru. And I'm sure this experience is going to be invaluable for you in your upcoming volleyball journey as well. I will move back to Kyle for this particular question. Kyle, you have played both beach volleyball and indoor volleyball as well. You have been a pro in both these aspects. How different it is for between the two in terms of formats, in terms of experience, in terms of your physicality as well, the amount of effort that goes behind the scenes. Could you just walk us through the difference between them for the audience, who are listening today?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. They both are volleyball, so bump, set, spike are similar concepts, but the game is very different. You have two players on the court for beach volleyball, whereas you have six players on the court for indoor volleyball, and that kind of allows beach volleyball players to be a bit more creative. You kind of have to be more creative because there is only two players on the court, so there's some different ways to score, and it's a smaller court too than your normal 6-on-6. And when you're playing 6-on-6, you're more in a system. You got support. You got three guys in the back row. You got three guys in the front row. They're setting these balls, these four balls. There's a lot of moving parts, right? A lot of different attackers coming in, but you kind of have this support system. And okay, I get my guy here. I'm going to play defense here. Whereas beach, there's so much more freedom. The creativity is important. I think that as beach players evolve and mature, their brains get wiser, and in beach it becomes a game of chess. Yes, physical game, and conditioning is key for beach because running around in the sand for 2 hours is tired. On the indoor court, you're not quite running around quite as much. You got more support, you got more players. But what's nice about beach is the longevity, and the ceiling, I believe, is higher for potential as you get older because you get wiser. Your touch gets better with the ball. You get smarter. You learn to outsmart your opponents. And there's a million different ways to beat your opponent in beach volleyball. You don't have to hit the ball hard every time. As indoor volleyball, as Guru knows, you got to hit the ball. You got to hit the ball. And, if you're a Guru, you can hit over the block. That's great. I can't do that. So I have to be creative. I get to be crafty. So there's some differences, some small differences there between the indoor game and the beach game. But both are still a blast to play.
Absolutely, Kyle, and it's a delight to see you play as well. And love the fact of the creativity that you bring to the game of volleyball. I think you get that from beach volleyball as well. So it's always a privilege to watch you play, Kyle. I will move back to Guru right now for another question. Guru, tell me, you have been an absolute phenomenon in this season of Prime Volleyball League, and I wish you the best for the matches ahead as well. Tell us a little more about your background and who has inspired you the most, your idols, or anyone whom you would like to talk about today using this platform. What has
Yeah,
inspired you?
first, While I was in my high school, I am a taekwondo player in my first hand, and my dad told me that before I am tall and I had a good physique to pursue my career in volleyball. So my dad is also an amateur volleyball player, so he told me to try my hand on volleyball, and that's how it all started. And I went to the academy in Trichy, and I got coaching from Krishna Chakravarti for 4 years, and after that I moved to uh, SRM University, and there is Ahmedabad defenders coach Dakshinamurthy. He's my coach, and he converted me from a blocker to all rounder because I got that physique to play an all rounder. Because to be a blocker, you have to be so tall, so then only you can be amazing that blocker field, and you can't play in national level if you're in this side. So he converted me from blocker to all rounder, and that's it. And and that's how my journey has started in volleyball.
Super, super. And in fact, just to mention to you, Dakshinamurthy sir was there as a guest of VolleyTalk yesterday, and he was
Yes.
speaking very highly about you and all the upcoming players as well. So great to know that, Guru. I will move back to Kyle for this particular question. Kyle, let me throw in some stats to you currently. Yeah, just if we can quickly have a look here. You have 13 attack points. Mainly about your attacking stats, 36.1% success ratio. Tell us can you just go through these numbers? What do you make of this? Is this been your best, or how would you want to interpret this data for all of us, guys?
Sure. Yeah. 13 points, 8 errors, definitely not my best volleyball. Playing, I want to be more consistent. I want to make less errors. If there's a big block and, I get blocked, okay, that's on me, but making errors out, making errors wide or in the net is something you want to get rid of. And you kind of see a little array of swings here from area 2. I'm hitting a bit more cross court. From area 4, touch line, but more cross court. And, I think, with this game, I needed to get my setter to trust me some more, to get some more balls, to get me in a better rhythm, to find some more opportunities to score. And in this league, from my experience during this month, we have some very physical guys, some big blockers who move well. As Guru said, there's some big blockers out there. And if you're not in a good rhythm and tempo for setting is not too quick, you're going to have 4 hands in front of your face at all times. And that makes attacking hard. Throughout my career, I lived on fast sets. So it was a bit of a opportunity and challenge at the same time to work with some of our setters to find that rhythm. Because I'm not the biggest guy. I do not jump the highest. And so I find success on using the block, seeing, doing a little chop here, a chop there. So, those numbers, they are my numbers, and I wish they were better. I wish they were better. We might still be playing volleyball in this league right now. But, my goal when I'm out on the court is to be consistent, is to make the game easier for my teammates, by communicating, by passing the ball well, and making their job easier by taking some pressure off them. I'll help you on this block. I'll help you on this defense. Let me serve receive this ball great. So that's what I pride myself in when I play. And those stats, it's great to see stats. Stats tell you a lot for sure, and it's cool to kind of see those. I haven't seen those stats yet.
Absolutely, and I think I totally agree with you that stats is something which we which serves a great benchmark to really understand where to improve upon. How do you really go about this? And I think stats play an important role. On this, I would like to invite Guru over here, and I would like to throw some stats at Guru as well. Yeah, Guru, this has been your stats so far, and 53 attack points and at a 55% success ratio, which is very high. But one interesting fact that I was observing is that most of your attacks are from the left side of your court. Yeah, is it something that you prefer, or is it just the rotational strategy of the team? Would you like to throw a little bit more about this particular stat?
Yeah, if you see, I'm more consistent in 4-zone also. But as we are in a rotational game, my position allows me to hit more from that 2-zone side. I mean that left side, because I will be there for almost 5 rotations, 3 in back and 2 in front row, and only 1 rotation I'll be there in fourth. So that's why attacking from the right side is less, and attacking from the 2-zone left side is more. But I'll see I'm more consistent in attacking from the 4-zone even than attacking from the 2-zone. I have.
Thanks, Guru, for this. Okay, so I think each of these data, when you analyze, and thanks, Guru, for revealing, why exactly are you more stronger on the left side and etc. One question to Kyle, I would just like to add and bring Kyle in over here. Kyle, your game versus Chennai, the last game that is there. Let me just quickly run you through some stats on that as well. And if you just look at the game versus Chennai, please walk us through this game. You had quite a good game with 5 attack points. Personally, 45% success of yours as well. Yeah. But as a team, what went right and what went wrong? If you have to analyze this particular performance versus Chennai, please let us know about this game.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. So looking at these stats, I love to see that we have more block points than Chennai, 5 block points to 2. And that's really nice. That means we're serving tough, we're serving in, we're giving our block opportunities. You go down to see service errors, Chennai 15, and us 7 errors there. So love to see that we have less service errors, and it's a risk reward. It's a risk reward as Chennai has 4 service aces on us, and their serving put us in some trouble. And these stats, good pass. You can see good pass here as we're at 50% and Chennai 55. Even though they missed 15 serves, there's some of those serves that they served very tough that we didn't pass the ball very well. Either was a 1-2 point pass where only the setter could set 1 or 2 guys. And it's hard. That's the risk and that's the reward that Chennai gets for serving tough. Yes, there's some errors they make, but they put us in some tough situations and we couldn't score. And then Chennai goes and earns a real point on that side. So I think that was part of the game plan that they did really well. We needed to control and get some of their servers like Fernando off the line sooner. He got stuck in some really healthy rows and he served the ball really well. For me, I'm glad to hear it. I got 5 points and had a good high attacking percentage. I wish I had more points. I wish I had, 10 points. Maybe, would have helped our team win a bit more. But it's important as a setter to know who's playing well, who's scoring points. What is the defense giving me? What is the defense not giving me? And my setter might have felt, hey, my opposite is doing better. Noah is killing the ball more. We're going to run some more sets to Noah, or Pankaj is getting a few more balls because he's been more consistent. So it's a give and take in the game. And unfortunately, we started off really hot against Chennai, beat them the first set. Second set, we gave up a big lead. When you have a super serve, they got a super serve in there, the Cred super point. In 15 points, momentum can swing drastically in a short period of time. And so it's that 15 points makes every single point matter that much more, a bit more pressure in those moments. And the room for error is small. And at any given day, there's so many good volleyball teams in this league, all 7 of them, and any team can win.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think I saw that game live, and one of the things that I was seeing was how the momentum was shifting. And initially the entire momentum was with you guys, and then suddenly the whole momentum shifted. Guru, I have a question for you on this one. I will throw in one more stats to you, and here it goes. This is about your service. Yeah. I can see 2 services, one the jump spin serve and the jump float service. If I just look at it a little bit more, I'm seeing here that stats tell me that your jump float service is to be a little bit more better, as there are less errors out there and more percentage of winning points from there. Your thoughts on this? What do you prefer, or is it like as per situation you define which service to do?
No. Jump float is better in stats, but I'm investing my time and these matches to get my jump serve better, jump spin, so I can do much better in the upcoming matches or the upcoming season, maybe in the upcoming years. If my jump spin gets better, and it will be make me as a even good player, because all over the world universal have to be so strong in their jump spin serves rather than doing jump float. So I'm investing my time in doing spin serves. So it's kind of investment. I'm investing all my time and matches to do and experiment these serves. Unless it is very drastically falling down, I'll be doing those serves only. So it will be helpful for me in the future, and it will help the team also in the future.
Great to see that attitude, Guru, and love the fact that you are not just thinking of this time, but you are thinking of the future ahead, and that's an amazing attitude to have. Really, very inspiring, Guru. Kyle, I'll come back to you and a little bit about today's prediction as well. So let's just quickly go through today's match comparison between Ahmedabad and Kochi. Both almost equal if you look at the stats in terms of attack points. Kochi is slightly better in terms of the block points, etc. And Kochi has been doing a lot better in terms of the service points. But still, Ahmedabad is ranking higher currently. One team, Ahmedabad, is almost has made it to the semis. Kochi is trying to reach there somehow. What do you make of today's match comparison and prediction?
Yeah, wow. Looking at these stats, some similar numbers on the screen for both teams here. Service points, comes out in mine as we see Kochi having 13 service points to Ahmedabad, only having 4. And service errors, you have more. You have 35 and 35. So, right there, Ahmedabad serving a lot of errors, but not getting points off their service errors. Off their serves, meaning, their serves aren't as tough and they're still missing a lot. Whereas you see Kochi are having tough serves and getting rewarded with 13 points. And those points add up. Like we spoke about, short games, 15 points. Those points add up. But in terms of the match tonight, I like Ahmedabad to win this match 3-2. I think Kochi is a good team. I think Kochi is not as deep as Ahmedabad. And Agamutu and a couple other players Ahmedabad has I think, add this extra layer of pressure on Kochi that I don't think that they can match. And so for that reason, I'm choosing Ahmedabad to walk away with the win tonight.
Interesting. But yesterday we were having this talk on VolleyTalk episode 3, and everybody was favoring Hyderabad for the match yesterday, but the result was completely different. And I want to ask Guru on this and bring Guru here. Guru, bit of a surprise yesterday. Nobody expected this to be a 5-0 win, especially. What is your particular takeaway? Let me just quickly throw in a little stats as well for this game. Just quickly analyzing your performance. Would you like to talk about yesterday's match?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in the first sets we have been doing good in the initial points, but we have lost 3 sets in 14-15. It's quite devastating for us. But if you have to see, the attack points are very less comparatively to Calcut. They are more consistency in their attacking and block. Obviously, we are a good blocking team in this league, one of the best teams in blocking. And none have gone up as we thought, because losing up to the good team to 5-0, it's quite devastating. And we are looking forward for the semi-finals. Yeah, so your mic is off.
I wish you all the very best, Guru, for the semi-finals, and I'm sure you guys would do very well and come, bounce back very soon. So all the very best for that. Kyle, I'll come to you and a question, but before that, I want to quickly show a video of yours, and then I have a question on this. Okay, so here you go, a video for Kyle.
Super points in this set. Straight at Shanti. Oh, bit of a struggle there. Rodrigo somehow keeping the ball in play with a third touch going on the other side. Okay, slightly up and down. The rally. Oh, straight at Shanti. Needs a chest guard, does he? Once again, Kyle. Oh, the ball kissing the net. Rolling on the net. It's the final tip for the Bengaluru Torpedoes. Was it the captain that came up with that winning shot? I reckon it was.
So Kyle, just a quick question on this. You have often been playing a very critical role in terms of setting up the attacks, often, as you could see there, as well as attacking, as well as like you're jumping as a decoy sometimes. You just do a fake jump. Please walk us through these important aspects of the game, and how important is just being in that particular moment when you are getting in the attacking zone. Please walk us through a little bit on the same.
Yeah, that's a long rally there, and so in long rallies, you got to work hard. You got to work hard with your feet. Volleyball, it starts with your feet, whether you're passing, you're serving, anything you're doing, I think kind of starts with your feet. And for here, you see me running on back and forth off the net. I get set 2 times in this rally. First swing, nice rhythm, good deep swing, lots of pace, gets dug, kind of crazy. My second swing, I wasn't in such a good rhythm. And so my plan for that swing was to recycle. I wanted to recycle that ball, give it a roll into the block, be able to pass that, and then we can run another play. Let's get another good opportunity, whether it's back to me, whether it's to a middle who might have a higher hitting percentage. Sometimes, if your feet aren't there and the ball isn't right exactly where you want it to be, there's other ways to be creative and effective. And I think the beach game has kind of opened up some more avenues for me. That one, hey, I don't have all my power in this swing. I'm not great with my feet. I can't see the block. Let's chip it into the block. Let's get a cover. Let's run something else. And sometimes with these long rallies, the middles too, they're working really hard to just jump and hold. If you can hold that middle blocker, if you can hold that wing blocker just for a half a second, then you're doing your job and you're making their job harder to block the person getting set. And so you have to run your route hard. You have to run it consistently, because otherwise defense has advantage. Defense gets the advantage. And at all times, you want to be in the driver's seat on the attack. And you should see 4 attackers coming in hot every single play, every single route, and only one of them is going to get the ball, or 5. So there's it's important to constantly work on footwork. I think if you're a young player and in long rallies, you got to work hard. It might not be pretty. You might be tired by the end of that rally. As you definitely saw, I was tired in that rally. But you definitely, you got to work hard even if you're not getting set.
Absolutely. Great thoughts, Kyle. I would also like to show a video of Guru here, and then I'm just going to talk a little bit and invite Guru for his thoughts. Guru, this video is...
I believe it's going to be glorious. It's performances like these from Indian youngsters that tell you why Indian volleyball needed a platform like this. And SV Guru Prashanth today, with this kind of show, has not just won the Rupe Player of the Match award, but he's told the world, Indian volleyball is coming. Be ready.
Guru, this performance was one of your best in the Prime Volleyball League. You scored around 19 points against Chennai. Please walk us through the match and your thoughts about that match.
For me, it's a must-win match because I'm coming from a bench, so I have to prove myself, and it's not new for me to play against Chennai players because they are veterans. They are so pro in volleyball. I have played already with them inside the court and against them, so I little bit know how they will block, how they will attack. So it was an advantage to me, and that was a crucial match for us to be in the playoffs. So every player played well, and we gave 100%, and that's what happened that day. And we did a good job that day.
Surely. And hats off to you, Guru, for really, showcasing the world what a fantastic impact you made on that bench. And I think everybody took notice of you. One more question I had asked Kyle before as well. Guru, your prediction for today's match, would you like to talk a little bit about today's match between Kochi and Ahmedabad? What is your thoughts on that?
Seeing on the stats, both look similar, but Ahmedabad have a good chemistry among the players, and coaches have a good chemistry, and that helping them to manage all those stuffs and critical moments, and it was an advantage for them, and I think it will be a match for Ahmedabad.
Interesting. Okay, so both of you favoring Ahmedabad here. Kyle, one question. We are almost nearing to the last 5 minutes or so of this interview. Tell us a little bit more about working with the Bangalore team, the youngsters, Lakshmi sir, and all of us. Please do share a little bit about how was the Prime Volleyball League experience for you?
Yeah, sure. Again, it felt, my overall experience was great. I felt very welcomed by the Indian players, by our coaching staff, by our management, trying to provide support for us, knowing that we were transitioning into this month and getting to know these players and our team. It felt, by the end of this month, it felt like a small family, I must say. And it, when we played our best volleyball was when we supported each other the most, and when we were able to move on quickly after missed points. Volleyball is a game of momentum. It's a back and forth game. Players are going to score balls. Even if you put up the perfect play, they're going to score balls. Like Guru might see me and our block perfect, he might hit right over us. And that's going to happen in volleyball. And so, it's the ability to acknowledge that play happened and then move on. Because if you're thinking too much about that previous play, you're already at a disadvantage for the next play. And so I think we learned that as a team as we progressed through this season. As we started the season hot, 2 wins, and then we lost 2. And when you lose, you start to peel back some layers and see, what things are working, what things are not working. And our ability to handle losing points, some pressure moments, bigger sets, bigger matches came to light. And we had a few discussions as a team, as a coaching staff, and with our owners. It felt like everyone was invested in our team who was working with us. And that you could feel it as a player, as a foreigner, which it felt great. It gives you confidence to go out there and compete and leave it out all on the floor. And the product that you see on TV is, in my opinion, one of the best products viewing volleyball I've ever experienced or even been a part of. The amount of replays and the camera quality and the lights and the announcing and it's a top class show, in a program. And I feel honored to be a part of it. I feel honored and grateful to have been a part of this league and to, help these Indian players get time, get platform time, get recognized. There's so much talent. There's so much talent here, Guru and many other players that deserve to play volleyball professionally in Europe, overseas, somewhere. And I hope that this is a building block and a step for these athletes to get more, because they deserve more than what it seems the federation is providing here in India. So the league, this has been a memorable month of my life that I will never forget.
That's amazing. And Kyle, it's been absolute privilege watching you as well. And thank you for, on behalf of all the Indian volleyball contingent here, for guiding the young team and, inspiring them to play better. A question on to Guru here. How's been your experience, interacting with foreign players? You also have Rubin Sir, the only foreign coach here as the team coach. How's it been with them? Tell us a little bit more about your experience.
Yeah, as Indian players, we lack so much of international exposure. Even if we played for the country, it's we didn't get so much of exposure. But the peoples here who are from the overseas have so much of international exposure, and they have a lot of volleyball knowledge. So they are sharing with us, and we are getting to know about volleyball more than ever. And this helps us to build up our volleyball career even more better. And we are knowing our strengths also. That before we thought we are not so good in volleyball. After listening to these players, we are getting to know that Indian players are also doing good, and with better infrastructure and with the better facilities, like other some sports are having. Indian volleyball will also be in the world podium sooner or later. It will happen with all this stuff's going on right now in India.
I'm sure, and Guru, I wish you the best. I'm coming to the last part, my last and final questions. One to Kyle first, and then I'll come back to Guru. Kyle, please do share your message for all the young volleyball enthusiasts, young volleyball players who are watching this show live today, and would love to hear your inspirational message for them.
Yeah, I would say, continue being curious. Ask more questions. No, there's no wrong question. And I think there's always something to learn at every practice, if it's from a player, if it's from a coach. I think the passion for the sport is there for the Indian players. And I think the goal and the challenge for them is how can we increase our skill level more efficiently, more quickly, and I think having that growth mindset as a young player, and not not assuming that I know the answer. I know how to play this. I know, like, even at my age, at 33, playing forever, or even at David Lee, who's been playing for a long time too. I think we're always looking for more. We're always looking for something new. How can I be productive today? What am I learning? What did I get 1% better today? And I think for the Indian players, that should be your goal, because I think the future is bright. Like Guru said, I for sure believe we will be seeing Indian national team on the main stage, on podiums, in the near future, and I'm really excited to watch and cheer for them.
That's so amazing. Thank you, Kyle. Guru, one thing from your side as well. How do you? What do you say? Though you are a youngster yourself, what do you want to say for people who are even younger to you, upcoming volleyball players who are seeing you live for the first time, maybe on national television? What would be your message to other players and other volleyball enthusiasts?
Yeah, practice every day and learn about your body, what suits your body, and learn to try to learn new stuffs, and don't lose your heart. Even all will face failure at some points, and we have to pick ourselves and look for the better things, and for the upcoming things we have to be ready. So we have to be learning new stuffs, and for as Kyle said, we have to be productive all day. Even if it is 1%, it's better for us. So don't lose your heart, and keep on practicing, and work hard. And it's not so tough here. It's if you practice well, and if you're practicing hard in the ground, everything seems to be easy in the field. So work hard in the ground as much as you can, and don't lose your heart even if you fail. And whatever it takes, give you 100%, and don't care about the results. If you are happy with the practice you are doing, and if you are doing hard work, and don't care about the results, and results will automatically come if you are doing your heart out.
Wow, thank you, Guru. I have one last question from the audience as well, and any of you can take this. Actually, would you like to share how important is data and data analysis with respect to the volleyball game? Kyle or Guru, whoever would want to take this.
Yeah, sure. I'll go quickly here and give you a second good answer. I think it's really important. I think data shows things you can't see on the court. And there's things that data can't show you on the court. And that's why you have coaches and you have players watching things. But sometimes when you're in the game and you're in the flow and you think things are going this way, or my guy's scoring a ton of balls overhead, you check the stats. Hey, he's hitting at 40%. This is where he's at. So it can kind of pinpoint maybe some deficiencies in your game or in that match, as well as see where some hidden talents or some hidden positives are. Hey, we're serving at a great clip. We're scoring. We're putting them in a ton of pressure. We have a couple service errors, but they're passing 35%. Wow. Okay, let's keep consistency. Let's keep working our jump spin because it's working. But we might not see that because people see errors and they're like, oh, you have to stop the jump spin. You have to stop the jump spin serve. It's not always the case. And I think that's where stats can help.
Yes, definitely. I just want to say a big thank you to Kyle and Guru. Guru, would you like to add anything final to our audience? Anything more you would like to share?
No, bro. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, super. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Kyle, for joining us on the episode number 4 of VolleyTalks. It was an absolute delight listening to you, Kyle, and absolute delight listening to you, Guru, as well. Thank you for inspiring all the viewers. Thank you for sharing your perspectives and your overall experience of the Prime Volleyball League. I had a lot of fun hosting this and hope to see you soon for more such editions of the VolleyTalk. Thank you, Guru. Thank you, Kyle, once more.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.